Alright, I hit about 30,000 miles on this original 580 HR carburetor. And it's you know, the only thing I've had to change on it was the float, so it's worked out well. I can't turn it on now because I'm installing the 4L80. I'm almost done, and I mean, it's been really reliable. If y'all check out my first video, you can see that I had 200,000 miles. Now I have 30,000 miles on the 5.3 in the carburetor. And yeah, I did the 4L80 install. I'm gonna go over how to do it real quick. It's not that hard actually. I went with the 2001 4L80, and this hose right here, this is gonna go to the back of the 4L80. You can stretch it. If you see it right here, you can see where I stretched it, and it reaches to the back, so you do not need new lines. These are the lines that came with the 4.3 V6, and I upgraded my radiator to a 34-inch off of a 97 Silverado. It's a new one. Put some electric fans on there, some 16-inch. But as far as the 4L80 install, my transmission went out, my third and fourth went out, so I was not going to rebuild that 4L60. You know, these motors just destroy that 4L60. So I just put some money into a 4L80. It's a junkyard 4L80. So let's look at the bottom. I want to show you the flywheel to torque converter spacing also. The size of this screwdriver is a bit bigger. It's actually a 3/16. So I'm gonna show y'all that real quick. It wasn't hard to install actually, but this is the 4L80. These lines, you can use your original 4L60 lines. You just have to stretch them out. They're really easy to stretch out. This is the top line on the radiator, and it's gonna go all the way to the back like it did originally with the 4L60. These are your C-clips. Put your clips in, and then just slide the lines in, and then slide this plastic in, and you're done. Make sure it clicks. This is your back. This is the bottom line right here, and it goes in the front. So, and here's a 4L80 right here, torque converter, 3/16 gap, as you can see. So it's already tightened it up a little bit, but it was a 3/16 gap, and that converter can come out 1/8 to 3/16. That's not going to be an issue. Whenever that flywheel is spinning and it's moving, it lets that torque converter come in and out a little bit. But I ended up using the 4L60 original flywheel, the dish, and I just made my own holes, my own 5 holes, so I didn't have to use a different flywheel or the 4L80 flywheel. But I did buy the spacer, the Hughes spacer. The Hughes spacer, you just press it in there. It's not even really pressed. It's pressed in a little bit, but so that, you know, it's up to you how you want to do it. But if you just take the time to make the holes on your flywheel, you can use your original 5.3 dished flywheel. That's what I did, and I'll show you guys when I'm gonna turn it on, and see, let y'all see how it runs. But it wasn't that bad of an install. The transmission is maybe an inch longer, which is nothing. You can play with it with the drive line, unbolt everything, you can play with it. I ended up installing some headers, the 1301 OBS LS swap headers, Schoenfield 1301, and it gave me room. It gave me room to work with it. I was surprised. I didn't have to cut my exhaust. which I don't have flanges for, which was a good thing because I would have had to pay somebody to re-weld it. So look, the 480 transmission mount was damaged. I just took it off the 4060 and took it off the 4060 and put it back on this one, and it worked. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to grind some holes in here, grind out those holes, or move this back a little bit, you know, whatever I gotta do to get it to work. A little bit of customizing, but totally worth it, you know, to get that 480 in there finally. And definitely, man, just don't even waste your money on the 4060, because that 5.3 was gonna destroy that 4060. You know, it's good if you just drive it, you know, you get the motor installed, and then when your transmission goes out, you know, you swap it. But you know, having to rebuild the 4060 over and over again is just not really worth it. But this is it, guys, right here. Oh, and I'm gonna show you how the electronics are gonna work. Real simple. These are the original transmission wires. They're gonna go right here. This is the PRND that came with the 4080, the original one. These are just gonna go back in there right here. I don't know what this. Oops, sorry. Right here. This is the original PRNDO. The park switch, and you're just gonna put your original lines that were off the 4060. You're gonna put them in here, and these plug right in, and you're gonna get your 4060 main plug. Put that bad boy in here. I have the plug, the adapter plug. You know, that's gonna go in here. Bam. This bad boy is gonna go right here, and it's the same exact length. Your neutral. This is off the original 97 4.3 transmission. This bolts right in there. This bolts right back in here. This is the 4080 bracket. You don't have to swap it. I did end up having to cut this arm off, the linkage, so I can bolt these on because it was broken. But that's not hard to do. And but that's it doesn't take a whole lot. The 480 is a bit fatter, but you can still get it in between the headers. And you do have to get a yoke. It's a 348 U-joint to match the 1350 480 yoke, 5.5 inch yoke, to your original U-joint, which is going to be a 1310. So let me show you that U-joint real quick, or that yoke. Gonna be your yoke. Doesn't need to be. It's a 5.5. If I got a longer yoke, I was going to have to cut the drive shaft, but I still have about 3.5 to 4 inches inside of the transmission, so that's gonna work, you know. So that's an update. And it's been my daily driver. I love this truck. It's got a lot of guts, you know. This truck is really easy to find parts for. But I ended up, before I did the 480 swap, I went ahead and put the 0411 PCM, and that was only so I can tune it myself. And that's not even the motor, because I control the motor with the MSD. That's just to control the transmission, and that way I can change the shift response or the timing or delay on it. And you know, if I would have went with the TH400 or TH350, I would not have gotten this 0411 PCM, but I need it to control the electronic transmissions. And I did flip the carburetor around. I ended up flipping it around. It did not change the tune whatsoever. These are so, and I ended up doing that just because my front bowl for my first jets were in the back. Now they're in the front, and they're easier to change out. You know, up front I can change out the jets, which is real easy. Just take these 4 bolts off. One, 2, 3, 4. And just to let y'all know, I have the 1-inch setback plates, and this is how far the motor is. Look at this piece right here. Look at this right there. It's almost hitting the mount. It's past the mount just a little bit, by about 1 inch. So that's how you know you got the 1-inch setbacks, is when you got this piece right here real close to your motor mount. And I did want to move the engine forward. I did want to move it forward because I thought it'd give me more room back here, but actually I have plenty of room back here. And it was perfect. When I put the transmission in, it was really a lot easier, since I have the 1-inch setback. It's where it's originally, the motor's originally located at. Because if I would have moved the engine forward, I would have had to put the transmission, I would have had to tuck it back underneath the tunnel a little bit further. But either way, I think it would have worked. But 1-inch setback is not an issue. 1-inch setback gave me good room to take off the starter and put it back on, which was a good thing. You know, you don't want to be messing around having to take your motor out, or, you know, move your motor up just to take your starter off or anything like that. This is gonna bolt up easily back on there. Have plenty of room right here with my A-arm. You know, I can move the engine forward if I want to. I have plenty of space, but it seems to work out right here. Everything seemed to work out really well right here to install the 4L80. It was just, you know, even the bell housing bolts were not hard to get to. There's one there, and then there's the other one up there. I did that with the wrench. Easy money right there. Oh my gosh. If you can get your hands on a 4L80, go ahead and do the install, man. Quit messing around. Look at that. Look at the space. Look at that right here. Bam. Bell housing bolts. Boom, boom. I tightened those up with the 14mm with the wrench. You know, a little bit tighter than snug. And I mean, I'm excited. You know, maybe this transmission will last me a little bit longer, but this is just some info, some quick info, just on those for you fellas that have the OBS. Go ahead and get you that 4L80. It's not a hard install, man. You don't need a custom. Oh yeah, if you get the 4L80, you have to cut those ears off. All the way flush, right here, baby. Right here, go all the way down. Just cut it straight down. That's a must if you got headers. Or else I would not have been able to get that 4L80 in there. So yeah, just cut those ears off. You have to do that on both sides. But there you have it, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think.